Welcome to Part 3 of the History of Wake Forest University Medical School presentation. The school made national headlines in 1965 when Dr. Jesse Meredith became the first surgeon in the country to reattach a patient's hand. The 8-hour operation began 90 minutes after the left hand of 26-year-old Robert Pennell was accidentally amputated at the wrist on June 14, 1965 by a single accidental blow of a bush axe. In 1970, the school held a dedication ceremony for its three newest buildings: Haynes Research, Charles H. Babcock Auditorium, which seats 400 people, and the Allied Health Building. Bowman Gray Medical School and North Carolina Baptist Hospital have shared space and facilities but are really separate entities. In 1974, the Bowman Gray Baptist Hospital Medical Center is officially adopted and the first Medical Center Board of Directors is created. In 1974, the Medical Archives was founded by the library director, and in 1991, the archives was named Dorothy Carpenter Medical Archives in honor of Dr. Carpenter's wife. While the education of medical students is important, so is the research at any medical school. From that research comes medicines, developments, and special procedures. Bowman Gray doesn't lack its share, and some examples from the 1970s, 1980s, and 1990s are: in 1975, two doctors started offering rehabilitation for people recovering from heart attacks or heart-related illnesses. Dr. Paul Ribisil of the Renolda campus and Dr. Henry Miller of the Bowman Gray campus co-directed the first outpatient cardiac rehabilitation program in North Carolina at the Human Performance Laboratory. In 1980, medical school researchers discovered endoxin, a hormone that is thought to be the cause of one type of hypertension. Neurophysiologists find evidence in 1980 in laboratory animals that the brain's aging process can be slowed through drug therapy. Medical school surgeons began using a tissue expander technique in 1984 to restore skin on the scalp and face areas that were damaged by burns or other trauma. Bowman Gray and Baptist Hospital were the first academic medical center in North Carolina in 1985 to use a lithotripter to break up kidney stones. The machine pulverized the stone into fine sand so it could pass naturally through the urine. In 1996, the vacuum-assisted closure wound healing device is marketed internationally and is being used now in 2009 to treat soldiers who have been severely injured. It was developed in 1990 by Dr. Louis Argenta, a plastic surgeon. It's interesting to note that these milestones laid the foundation for the Piedmont Triad Research Park. There are many people to thank for building the research facilities, but remember the comment about Dr. Harrison in the 1940s when it was said that he threw us into research. Well, here we are. In the 1990s, Winston-Salem explored the idea of a downtown research park with a first building, the former main research facility of R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company. By 1994, area university leaders decided to locate the Department of Physiology and Pharmacology and 8 researchers from Winston-Salem State University to the former RJR facility. One technology place was completed in 2000, followed by Victoria Hall in 2001, and by 2003, a major expansion is announced. All this information can be found on the park's website. In 2008, the Wake Forest Institute for Regenerative Medicine, headed by Dr. Anthony Atala, was named as a co-leader for a federally funded program dedicated to repairing battlefield injuries. In the end, though, it's all about the history, of course. Remember the medical school's predecessors who helped lay the foundation for the downtown research park. Some of the predecessors, while intelligent and loyal, were just funny and fun, too. Here are some anecdotes. Dr. Thomas Mackey, a pharmacology professor, always said, "When you're going to write a prescription for a patient, by all means, don't start and then scratch your head." And returning again to Dr. Tinsley Harrison, He served Kickaboo Georgies at his home when residents were invited for a party and relaxing time. Kickaboo Georgies was a concoction with Hikal, an antihypertensive medicine. This concludes Part 3 of the History of Wake Forest University Medical School presentation. To hear more about the school's history, please view Parts 1 and 2. For further information, contact archivist Diane Johnson in the Dorothy Carpenter Medical Archives.